Hi there, this is Claudine Helmuth, and I'm excited to share with you today my retro car cupcake box kits. So there are 5 kits, and each kit is a different color depending which car color you would like. But in every kit, you can fit in either 2 mini size cupcakes or one standard size cupcake, or of course any candies, treats, or gifts that you choose. The kits also come with editable text for the license plate, so you could put birthdays, wedding dates, all those sorts of things, any kind of message that you like, as well as a banner. So you can do just married, you can do it's a boy, it's a girl, sweet 16, all kinds of different events that these are perfect for. And just to make it that little tiny bit even cuter, I designed these little retro suitcases to go on top of the cars, and you can fit in other little small candies and treats inside of these, or you could put in a little note or just leave them empty and tape them to the top of the car just to add that little bit of extra decoration. And for the holidays, I've got a special kit with a red and a green car, as well as holiday gift presents to go on top, and cute little extra additions like wreath elements that you could add to the front or the back of the car to decorate it even more. And also available is my paper tree kit, which is sold separately, but these little trees go perfectly on top of the car and make such a cute little holiday or Christmas decoration. So you can see how these car kits can be used for so many different occasions. They are actually really easy to put together, but I've got a couple little tips I'm going to share with you right now. So when you download and print out the kit, this is what it's going to look like. We have 3 pages for the car. And just to note that you can also change your own text yourself simply by typing right into the PDF for both the banner and the front and back license plates of the car, so you can make those say whatever you like. And then we've also got a page for both of the retro suitcases, and then we've got a page each for each of the cupcake trays. So I'm going to start by cutting it out, and what you'll want to do is cut around the outer edge of your template. And if you want to cut out the banner at that time, you can do that. So you're going to do that on all of the pages. Okay, so I've got everything cut out here, and you can see the car has 4 parts to it. We've got the front and the back, and then we've got the 2 sides here, and one has the side and the bottom, and one has the side and the top. I've also gone ahead and cut out the retro suitcases and the cupcake trays, but we're just going to set those aside for now. So what we need to do next is we need to score all of the dotted lines. The type of paper that I'm working on is the Staples Photo Matte paper, which is a great weight for holding cupcakes and sweet treats and things like that. But it does need to be scored along the dotted lines so that way it will fold nicely. And here's an easy way to score. I've got a legal pad to provide some cushion. I've just got a ruler here, and I'm going to line that up very carefully with the dotted line. And then I've got a pen that has no ink in it, so it's completely empty and dried out. And I'm just going to take that and make sure I'm lined up exactly on the dotted line, and I'm going to draw down and press. And then that is going to create a nice score line for us there across the back that will make it easy to fold. Now you're going to want to do that to all of the dotted lines, and then once you've scored them, you're going to want to fold them to make sure that they fold nicely. I've got everything scored and folded, and at this point, again, you just want to double check that you have folded all of your score lines. This will help you also notice if you've missed any of the lines that need to be scored. Now for the front of the car, you want to kind of make it like this, where the windshield goes up and then the tab with letter D goes down, F down a little bit more, and H like that. So it goes like that. And then for the back of the car, it's sort of the same, where the windshield goes up and then those tabs fold like that. And that's just so that it will make it easier as we're putting it together. Now you'll notice only the front and the back of the car have tabs with letters on them. So at this time, we won't even need these parts of the car. We are going to apply tape to only the lettered tabs. So if you've seen my videos before, you know I like to use a tape gun to apply my double-sided tape to my tabs. You can get smaller versions of these at the craft store. You can also use regular double-sided tape as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply tape to all of my tabs with the letters on them. So all of our tabs with the letters on them now have double-sided tape applied, and we are ready to start assembling. So what I like to do as my first step for assembling is I take the front of the car and then the side of the car that has the roof attached to it. And I like to start here with tab B. And what I do is I put tab B behind the windshield area. So you can see here, tab B goes in there. And you can notice where it hooks into this little edge there. So you want to do it like that. And then you're going to line up all of the dotted lines and make sure it's all even. And then you're just going to secure that tab. And now that will make everything else easier to line up. So then what we're going to do is pull the car over like this and press these tabs in. And I'm only going to do tab D next, and that gets pressed right here on this side of the car. So now you can see right away how that's looking. Now before I go any further, I'm going to take the other side of the car. This is the side with the bottom on it, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to slide tab A under here and get it right there in that little nook and line it all up with the dotted line and then press to secure. So you can see that. And then I'm going to do tab C right there. Then I'm going to flip back over to the other side and take tabs F and H. And I'm going to curl them around like this and make sure that the bottom of the car is even, the blue area, and just get that really nice and even there. And then press. And you can see how that automatically lines itself all up. And then I'm just going to do the same for the other side with tabs G, E, and G. I'm going to fold them in and fold them up and line everything up with the blue area and then press to secure. And there you can see we already have the front of the car. That was pretty easy and really only took a minute. So now let's do the back of the car. So same steps, we're going to do one side and then the other side. And I just recommend starting with whichever side feels comfortable to you. So I'm going to start with tab I, which will go on the side of the car that has the roof. And again, I'm going to tuck it into this little nook right here and line it up with the roof and get that dotted line lined up really nicely with the edge of the car. And press. And then I'm going to do tab K, which fits right there on the car. So tab K. And we are going to then switch to the other side, just like we did on the front of the car. I'm going to tuck tab J into the edge there and make sure that all lines up, and then press. And get tab L right in there. And now same thing for these bottom two tabs. I'm going to curl them around like this and get it all lined up with the bottom so that the blue area all lines up, and press to secure. And then the last two tabs, M and O, do the same thing. Curl them up and get the blue area all lined up, and then press to secure. So you can see our car is almost completely put together. I'm going to fold these down, and then I'm going to fold this and tuck in the bottom. Now, before we seal up the bottom, we need to decide if we're going to put a cupcake tray inside, because it will only fit in from the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and put the cupcake tray together to show you how that works. So here's the cupcake tray, and it's all cut out, scored, and folded, and this goes together really easily for both of them, whether you're doing the standard size cupcake or the one that holds 2 mini cupcakes. I've already applied the tape to all of the tabs, so I'm just folding those in and putting those with the corresponding side, so you can see there. Now, one thing I'd like to point out is that the cupcake tray has one side that's longer and one side that's shorter. And you want the longer side to go towards the front of the car, so that will position the cupcake right under the roof. So now we want to open up the bottom, and we are going to place our cupcake tray inside. So you can see that fits in there very nicely. And you will want to apply some tape to this bottom tab. And if you want it to be extra secure, you may also want to apply tape to these two tabs as well. Then you're going to fold those down and close the bottom. Get everything all lined up how you want it, and then press to secure. We've got our little cupcake tray inside, and all it needs is a cupcake. So we'll just place that down in there, and then we can close the lid, and it is ready to give as a sweet little gift. But I've got a couple of extra additions to this little car that we can add, and I'm going to show you how to put those together right now. First, we've got these adorable little retro suitcases that can hold things like little Altoid tins or little mints, and those can fit on top of the car, or you could just leave them empty. So that is the large suitcase. So I'm going to show you quickly how to put together the small suitcase. So it is all cut out and scored, and I've already applied tape to the tabs. You'll see there's lettered tabs A through D, and all you're going to do is take the tab and apply it to the corresponding side. So A and B go there. And there we go. And then it's ready to close up. And then you can add that to the top of your car. And I think that that just makes it extra cute. You could tape those in place just to make sure that they don't move around. You could add little extra treats or notes or things like that. And then as a final step, if you would like, you can add a banner to the back, such as a just married sign, sweet 16, it's a boy. You can make it say whatever you like. And it's kind of fun to add those using a little foam dot. So you would just apply the foam dot to the back and then apply that to your car. And it just raises it up just that little bit and gives it a little bit of dimension. If your foam dot is too big, you can just cut it with scissors. So there we could place that right there. And now we have an adorable just married car. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing how my little retro car kits go together. You can see how they're great for so many different occasions. Of course, just married, but we've got baby showers, birthdays, sweet 16, Father's Day. How about Dad's birthday? I'm sure you could think of so many other ideas. And I know you're going to have just as much fun with these kits as I had creating them.